Y'all see what I'm dealing with this morning. Booger, what are you doing? What are you doing? Ow. I don't fire her up. She fires herself up like she's playing with her mother. She always seems to know when I'm about to do a react. That's when she wants to get feisty. Feisty. So how are you guys doing? How are you? Ow. Okay, Miss Ma'am. Okay. How are you? Good morning. Hope you're all having a good day. So, want to sit down and do another react to Asweetmadness. Also going to cover some stuff on Twitter, positive stuff, and briefly cover some stuff on Chantal. Don't worry, I'm not doing a full-on react to Chantal. I refuse. She's back to doing the feedy content. She's going full steam with that. I did a video going off on her, and I did it not because I thought that making the video she would watch it and learn something. She's far beyond learning. I just wanted to go off on her. I couldn't hold it in anymore. The way she's coming on YouTube and doing the content that really she shouldn't be doing and triggering people, unacceptable. So before I began this react, I made sure to go outside and feed my other cat, Blackie, and give her food because I knew I'd be a while with this react. And she's doing quite well. She's quite the avid hunter. On top of what I give her for food, like she likes to hunt birds and voles and moles and field mice, and she's very good at her hunting. I've seen her hunt. She's definitely got her feral instincts in place, and they serve her well. So the Booger baby has been taken care of. Hey, you. And the Blackie baby is taken care of. Now we can sit down together and get more into Asweetmadness. And I just want to show you guys her sparkling personality. Because she does have a sparkling personality. Speaking of sparkling personalities, can I just tell you guys, my goodness, there is so much drama on TikTok. Oh, the pasture is rich with drama cows and beggar cows all over the place on TikTok. It's just insane. I thought TikTok was just a place that people went to when they had little funny, quirky videos and memes and stuff like that, but it's just a rich ground for anybody who wants to be a beggar and a scammer. And I also looked up the payout system for TikTok. So for anybody who wants to know, needs to know, the YouTube system for payout, if you're a monetized channel, they pay a very small amount per 1,000 views. TikTok is very similar. If you're part of their program, if you get approved, you do get a payout per 1,000 views. But y'all want to hear what the payout is per 1,000 views? Between 2 cents and 4 cents. That's it. So you really don't get paid much in the way of views, even if you're a big channel. I guess the bulk of the money is made through, say, affiliate links or selling stuff or passing out your Cash App or PayPal. And so I guess because of the payout system on TikTok not being very good, that's why so many on there are passing out other ways to get paid. And that wouldn't be a bad thing if they were doing things worthy of getting paid, but there's just so much scamming, so much lying. And I'm going to be doing all kinds of research on some of these cows and bringing them to all of you because you deserve to be entertained. I deserve to be entertained. Foody is boring. And she's unaliving herself with her content. Like, that's not me wishing that upon her. That's her wishing it upon herself. Like she's not choosing life. She's choosing death. And I don't want to witness that. And I don't think you guys want to either. I know a lot of people are invested in her story. We've been watching her for 8 years. I get that too. But sometimes the ending is what it is. Sometimes you can read a book, and if it's not a good book, or the last part of the book is not good, you can always choose to put it away and start a new book. And so I am. Unless Chantal rages or something changes, such as her and Salah breaking up and her going back to Canada, or Salah finds out that she's giving money to Nader, that she's been seeing Nader, and he up and quits, and then Nader turns around and exposes her. I'm not interested. New milk or go away. That's how I feel. I'm a brat. Give me new milk with some cream in it, or I'm going away. I need milk for my coffee. Foody's not even giving me any salty tears for my coffee. There's no milk. There's no salty tears. I need something for my coffee because I like to drink coffee. So let's go on to the fresh milk. Yes, let's do this. So we're going to start off with the stuff on Twitter and then go over to the clips of Willow, Asweetmadness. And all of these clips are courtesy of Wendy's World. Great channel, great archive channel. Really appreciate it. And I'd like to apologize to Wendy's World because the last react I did not verbally credit Wendy's World. I'm so sorry, Wendy. I just had stuff going on, but I did put the link for the video in the video description, as I will do for this video. Anybody who wants to watch the individual videos and sub up to Wendy, please do so. Great channel for archiving different TikTok cows. They really put the work in. So let me just go ahead and bring up Twitter. Okay. All right. Oh, before I forget, before it slips my mind, for those of you on my channel that you like the tarot stuff, the tarot channel that I created is now active. I put an introduction to the tarot video on the channel already. And I just found out from someone who's sending me a bunch of tarot decks. The tarot deck should be arriving on Saturday. So I'll have over 20 decks to review, to do readings with. So I can't wait. I think that's fabulous. I'm really looking forward to doing the tarot content. So I have the React channel. I have the Ambiance channel, and now I have the tarot channel, and I like it. I like the fact that I can do creative things for you guys, keep you entertained. I feel so much better getting away from Chantal. I mean, like, being creative is what I like to do. Foody's boring. You guys know that. You know, it's just... So it's time for us to move on, isn't it? Yes, it is. So let's just get into the Twitter stuff. We like our Twitter stuff. There's positive stuff. There's stuff about Chantal. I like to share good things with everybody. So let's do this. Yep, let's go to the Bird app and see what the Bird app is saying, because as you guys know, the bird is the word. Yes, that's true. The bird is the word. Okay, so where are we starting? We're starting here with nature is amazing. Something positive. A mom and her baby rhino visiting their protector. First time I've ever seen a rhino with her baby so calm near a human. Yeah, that's unusual because, listen, rhinos ain't nothing to play around with. They are wild animals, and they are basically walking tanks. They will steamroll you. And here is this mama rhino bringing her baby over. You know, it's really an honor when any animal gives you not just their love, but their trust. Gaining an animal's trust, especially a wild animal, that is a special thing. Trust is so important with people as well as animals. And obviously, the rhino trusts this man enough to bring her baby around. So I think that's great. Florida Salt and Sass, talking about Chantal, says she tells us he was counting the sunflower seeds because he loves and cares about her, yet he took her out for desserts on her birthday. Tell us you read Twitter and other platforms without telling us you do. Foody, you said that because we know he doesn't care and we say so. Imagine being a younger man and you are in a business partnership with an older woman, someone who has a YouTube channel, and her eating is so out of doggone control that you have to count sunflower seeds for her. You're someone, you're around this person and you see how much they eat, and you honestly think that counting sunflower seeds is going to go over well? That she's going to stop eating? Chantal likes to take advantage of people not understanding about BED or food issues. She likes to take advantage of misinformation or no information at all. She likes the fact that this whole issue she has with food, it's way over Salah's head. He doesn't understand. He's not informed. And because he doesn't understand and he's not truly informed, he's not knowledgeable, she can tell him anything she wants and he'll believe it. You got to know that when they came together, she told him, "Oh, I just like to eat on YouTube. That's how I make my money." And he didn't think it was a big deal until he found out it was a big deal. But even now, after having more of a broader view of things, he's not backing away. He's still there. He's there for the paycheck. We know that. I mean, that's a given. So he's still there. And it's all fun and games, Salah, until it's not. Until something serious happens, and then what you gonna do? You're gonna leave her in the hospital all alone? If she's a problem right now, imagine later if she becomes bedbound. Who do you think she's going to call on to take care of her? I could almost hear that conversation in my head, her talking to him as she becomes bedbound. "You better take care of me. All the things that I did for you. I paid for an apartment for you, and I put you on YouTube, and I gave your channel all these subscribers. And I gave you all this money, and I paid for a trip to Thailand for you. And you didn't have to work for over a couple of years." Oh, yeah. She's going to be calling in all those things she did, all those favors. She's got them all listed down in her head. And she's going to guilt trip him with that. Do I feel sympathy for him? Nah, not really. But I'm telling you, it's going to happen because that's how she operates. When she does something for somebody, it's not out of having a good heart. There is a purpose to it. It's about gaining leverage, having power and control over another person, using those supposedly good deeds as the leverage. You get her mad, you threaten to walk away, she'll bring out the leverage. She's got cards in her back pocket, and he knows it. So if you want my opinion about why Salah is staying, on top of the money, I think she has something on him, or maybe she's threatened to cause some sort of hassle for him, something legal perhaps. And so to keep that from happening, he's just pacifying her, taking the attitude of, "Whatever you want to do, Chantal, do it. I'm not going to stand in the way." And that's good enough for her. That is absolutely good enough for her. But just being in a position where you have to count sunflower seeds. A 30-something-year-old man counting sunflower seeds for a 40-year-old woman, that's when you know things have gone too far. Okay, this is from FAA Olympics. And this is a very brief clip of what was going on in the video yesterday. This is what she posted. For a little bit of context, Salah was actually in the house. He was in the other room. She sent him into the other room to do this video. But you guys can see the portions right now. Look at the size of that fish. That's meant for a family. Got tons of rice right there. We got, I don't know, a fish. The size of that fish. And by the way, I'm going to call Chantal out. She's back to doing some of the things she used to do when she was in Canada. Like the O faces, the closing of the eyes, and "Oh, I'm off in another place." Are you for real, Chantal? Ma'am, I see you. There are certain foods that you can eat that will trigger that dopamine response in your brain. Sugar is at the top of the list. She's not having a moment with herself with fish. Fish won't trigger that. She's faking it for the camera. Somebody paid for this meal. Somebody paid for it. So her getting on camera and eating this way, it's a performance. She's performing for somebody. Somebody paid for this. Somebody requested it. So she's really got to play it up. She lost a lot of money not being on YouTube for a week, and her next check is going to suck. Absolutely gonna suck. So she's just playing it up, hoping that more Foody people will gravitate to her channel and maybe contact her off YouTube so she can make money off her side hustle. This is not for YouTube. This is not for the YouTube audience. This is for the other audience that she talks to off YouTube. Strictly for them. This is an advertisement for the Foody people. That's what this is. She's advertising for them. Hi, I'm Foody Beauty, and I do this kind of content. You know, doing the side cameo thing. But the O faces with the fish. Who are you talking to? Eating fish won't trigger that. Nonsense. Moon Goddess Tarot says, no, ma'am, just no. D. Angry Scott says, Salah easing himself back into the content and Foody proving the haters wrong about her being alone. Totally genuine sounding there, Salah. It doesn't prove that she's alone. It just proves that she yelled and screamed at him and said, hey, what am I paying you for? I'm paying you for companionship. I'm paying you to be on camera with me and do videos with me. So either do your job or don't get paid. But notice he's not in the video. He's off to the side. He's still not showing his face. Girl World, what have you done? You scared this man to death. I love that for him. Salah is scared of Girl World, as he should be. Because unlike Chantal, we don't forget. We are the Pepperidge Farms of YouTube. Pepperidge Farm remembers, and so does Girl World. He could stay gone for 100 years. If he came back, we would still call him the Scat Man. But let's listen to the clip regardless.
Okay, babe, enjoy your Singari fish, and I'm going to enjoy my hamur fillet.
Yum, enjoy, enjoy.
And what a happy marriage. What a happy marriage indeed. A couple, newly married couple, allegedly. And they're not sharing a meal together. She's in one room eating her food. He's in another room eating his food. What a happy marriage. What happened to all this talk, Chantal, about season 3 being lit? The only thing that's been lighting up since you got back is the toilet. You're lighting up that toilet, girl, giving it a workout. Lighting up that toilet bowl. Yes, you are. But you're in there for an hour at a time. You wanted the ring of fire. Well, you got it, just not in the way you thought. But what a happy marriage this is. Oh, we're going to eat in separate rooms, not together. How romantic.
Thank you, babe.
Saha Wafia.
على قلبك حبيبتي. Bye, Julie.
And no one can tell me. Like she said, oh, I'm sneak eating behind Salah's back. Not possible. A, he wasn't there. B, even if he wasn't there, she's making a public video and posting it on YouTube. He knows about her channel. He subscribed to her channel. He's a mod on her channel. How does he not know when she goes to town on the food? If he can watch a video that's posted? There's no sneak eating about that. Sneak eating is when you do things off camera and nobody but you knows. Nobody else can find out because there's no evidence. Her posting to her YouTube channel is plenty of evidence. He doesn't know. Psst, stop it. Lies. Lies detected. Queen of WTF says, excuse me, Chantal's one true love. Yep. Y'all want to see who Chantal is married to? There it is. That's her one true love. Will always be her one true love. The one thing that she will always be faithful to, she will never cheat on, she will never lie to. Faithful and married to something that doesn't even have a heartbeat, doesn't have a soul. But then again, she doesn't have a soul either, so there's that. FAA Olympics says, kind of feel bad for the person who clicks on a mukbang to see some appetizing food, and it's just a big woman desperately clawing at a dried out fish carcass in search of meat. I feel bad for them too, especially if she does videos or lives where she talks about BED. She tags the videos as that. Someone who might be in recovery for that or on the way to recovery could easily see Chantal's content because of the tag. They're attracted to her channel because of the tag, and then they wander into this and get triggered. That's why I get so ticked off, y'all. Her content is not just bad for her. It's bad for everybody else. It might be triggering other people and messing with their recovery or their path of recovery. That really ticks me off. If she were to be on, say, OnlyFans or Patreon, that would be more respectful and it would make more sense. But she's lazy. She doesn't want to do Patreon. She doesn't want to do OnlyFans because that would mean she would have to advertise those forums in other places. She wants to be on YouTube where there's the least amount of competition for what she does. It's public. It's free. Anybody and everybody can find her. And the process, other people out there may have had true bad moments because of her. But yeah, they're looking at her just going to town on that food. And she wants to say this is educational. I don't see how. Like, how is she educating us? And is she someone that she can educate us? How can somebody who is in the throes of their addiction educate anybody? You can't even speak from a place of, I went through it and I got on the other side and I'm good and I want to speak on it. You're not in a place of healing where you can speak on it, Chantal. Or are you trying to say that it's educational because you're trying to get around YouTube and go to YouTube and say, oh, it's educational. I'm not really having a B moment. Yes, you are. Here's something interesting. I was on a panel last night and someone brought something up and I thought it was very interesting. They said there's two different things. There is BED and then there is straight up food addiction. It is possible to have a food addiction and not have BED. And one thing that I know about BED is when you have it, when it's going on, there's an element of embarrassment and shame. When you have a B moment, you don't want anybody else to see what you do. You don't want anybody to watch. And yet Chantal, she's a bit of an exhibitionist. She turns on her camera. She wants people to watch. She wants people to pay her for her content. So does she have BED? Or is she a straight up gluttonous food addict? I'm leaning more towards the latter. Because I just find it highly unusual and strange and out of place. Because someone who has BED is showcasing it. That's just my thoughts. So moving on. Oh, this is something cool from Why You Should Have a Cat. How can it work? I don't know if I'd be able to. Look at the baby. Look at the baby. How can you go to work with this little one playing with you like that? Oh, so cute. Such a baby. I remember when Booger was that small. She still acts like a baby, even though she's 15 pounds. But I mean, how can you leave that little baby behind? I don't know if I could. I would, you know, how can you leave that face? Also, something cool from nature is amazing. This woman leaves a container of water outside for wild animals. Animals drink from it, and bear cubs even play in it. Oh, you made them a little pool, and they're loving it. How nice. What a nice thought to help out the wild animals. Are you having a good time? You look like you're having a good time. Wild animals need water too. And sometimes it might be hard to for them to find water. So if you got a house or something and you can leave out a bird feeder or little water fountain, everything needs water. Bees, birds, insects, things of that nature. So I support what she did. It's fun. Now, I know this is a bit unusual. I'm showing this from Massimo, saying an impressive compilation of Alberto is it Magri pastries and bakery artworks. I watched this whole video. He is so elegant with making these pastries, and they look delicious. I want to try his stuff. Sir, do you have a bakery? You must have a bakery. You're far too good at this. That looks stunning. I want to taste. Look. Oh, amazing. He's a pastry. Oh, he is a pastry chef. I guess he's a professional. I can tell. I love the aesthetics. I love the cleanliness. I love the creativity. I love it all. I appreciate all creative people. Nature is amazing. I just found out that Japanese flying squirrels are a thing, and I think I might melt. Oh, look at those eyes are killing me. They look so fluffy. Y'all look how cute. Okay. Where are we going? Oh, nature is amazing. There are two types of owls. So you got the little sneaky sneak walk. And then you got the, what are you doing, owl? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm sneaking up on you. And a little fluffy butt from small silly cat. Little fluffy butt. I love animals. They're so cool. And if you ever wanted to know the point of view from a cat, here you go. This is the point of view right here. Somebody put a GoPro or something on this cat. This is what they see when they're going through an entire day outside. Awesome clip. This is what a cat sees. From Science Girl, amazing balance by this woman. I'd be falling on my butt. I get so many bruises, but I salute her agility, her balance. It's just insane. Like, girl, how do you do that? I don't know if I could do that. The Doll Bulldog says, I like this saying. It's so true. The saying is, I'm suspicious of people who don't like dogs, but I trust a dog when it doesn't like a person. I agree. Animals can sense bad people, and they will warn us of a bad person. They just, the way they smell. Why do you think Buster hates Chantal? She smells like a bad person. Okay. Oh, rainbow lollipops on the beach. You know what these remind me of? Growing up, we go to the ice cream truck, this old school snow cones. I guess this is the more improved modern version. I try it. I remember those old school snow cones and creamsicles and fuddy duddies. Love them. I remember being a kid and getting so excited to hear that ice cream truck music coming down the street, be running outside like it's like Christmas has come. Why you should have a cat? Look at this cat. Like, are you coming up behind me? You think you're going to get the food first? No, you stay right there. Don't move. Oh, look. Why are you coming up behind me? Go away. And a tortoise that doesn't like black tape. Oh, I guess tortoises don't like black tape. Who knew? And I love this from Valo Gore and Papa Wolf and Krampus and Bleakin. And this is F around with Gen X and find out. I saw this on a millennials post. I don't mess around with anyone over 42. They're built different. Their families had them formally trained in something by the time they were 2. They had keys to the house by age 5. Not quite. Could cook full meals at 7 and were pretty much self-sufficient at 9. They left their house at dawn every summer morning and didn't come back till nightfall and survived all day on water from the garden hose. Well, I can confirm that part. Back in my time, your parents sent you out of the house. You went and you played outside all day. And they told you when you see the street lights come on, that's when it's time to come home. But don't come home before then. And yes, I drank out of the water hose and I survived. How about that? And you know what? You have not been initiated into Gen X unless you're drinking water out of a water hose and it was hot. Nothing like that hot water hose water. But if you were thirsty, you drank it anyway. You just toughed it out. They might get a sandwich on the off chance somebody's parents had went shopping. They spent 3/4 of their lives by themselves with a parent maybe checking on them twice a month, most of them having evaded at least one kidnapping attempt. And they know 15 different ways to remove blood stains from clothing. They are the real F around and find out people. Well, I didn't have to go through all of that, but the water in the water hose and being outside all day, I can confirm that. That definitely happened. Okay, what else we got here? All right. Oh, and a deer loves playing in the leaves. A deer is just having fun, having absolute fun. Not hurting anybody. I see no problem with that. Oh, and a puffer fish from Nature is Amazing saying, I want my camera time. Take a selfie. That's hilarious. The diver's kind of freaking out like, what? Are you serious? And the fish is like, yeah, I'm serious. Take a selfie now. You know, I could go on all day with Twitter. But we need to get off this page because there's stuff to cover from Asweetmadness. Oh, look at the baby booger behind me. She's sleeping. She's being a good girl. All right, where are we starting first? There's so much to go over. Her sparkling personality is going to be on full display. But I guess Willow, they have had, I guess, a helper or more than one helper. And I guess there was a situation where they decided to go after their helper. Really tear them a new one. Really don't think that's a good idea, Willow. You are someone that you need help. And let's not forget that this helper isn't getting paid much money to not only take care of Willow, but also assist Willow in taking care of their cats. All 7 of them, plus 2 dogs. So there's an entire household that has to be looked after and taking care of someone who has mobility issues, the cleaning, the feeding, and all this person is getting is $10 an hour. That is so not enough money. But Willow lacks understanding and patience and kindness. And she's forever taking stuff out on people. Just completely ungrateful. So I'm going to bring up that live stream where she's going off on this person who is the helper. Let me go ahead and get the video. And again, all of these clips are courtesy of Wendy's World. leaving links for all the videos in the video description. So please check out the channel. There's so many cows there. And I'm going to be looking through and finding the good cows for y'all. There's just so many. It's not a matter of finding one. There's just so many. You're like, which one do you want? Literally, which one do you want? Well, right now, Willow, I'm interested in you. I'm very interested in you. So I want to talk about you. Let me just make sure I am where I need to be. Perfect. Okay, let's go.
Making this video because I'm backed into a corner.
Okay, hold on. Let's go.
And I guess
hold on, Willow. Hold on. Okay, now we're ready.
Making this video because I'm backed into a corner, and I guess
You know what I've noticed about the lolcows? When they want attention, they make claims about, I had to make this video. It's a priority. It's important. I had to do this. I didn't want to do it, but I had to do it. How do you have to do anything? How is it a have to go on YouTube or TikTok and air out your dirty laundry? Like, what purpose does that serve? If you got a problem with somebody or you've had a problem with somebody, how is bringing it to the internet to complete strangers going to make it better? How is that going to solve whatever problems there might be? It makes no sense. You're not coming to the internet to solve a problem. You're coming to the internet to embarrass a person, humiliate a person, have people go after them. And this is not a fair court of law here, where you've got two people in court and they can both give their side. What we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is a person giving their side of things. And because Willow is a narcissist and selfish and self-centered and self-absorbed and just straight up mean, of course they are going to paint a picture of everything is this person's fault and it's not mine. Of course she is. Because when it comes to a narcissist, in every story, they are either the hero or the victim or both at the same time. I think we learned that watching Chantal. The narcissist cows always have the same type of traits. Certainly, they're prevalent here with Asweetmadness. But go ahead, tell us all about your woes, Willow.
have to. The person that stayed with me before and shortly after surgery has made threats. So here's my response to those threats. No.
If someone has made threats against you, like serious threats of bodily harm, you go to the cops because they are the ones who can help you. If you're in fear of your life, if you're in fear of your safety, if you're being harassed online, you go to the proper authorities. Again, what can strangers on the internet do? What can people on TikTok do for you? If you're going through something and you want to vent, okay, but Willow, you are approaching your audience like, I have a problem and it's up for all of you to solve it. When they can't solve it, they're not directly involved. They don't have any influence. So it's silly to bring it to them. You're dumping your dirty laundry in their living room and saying, do the laundry for me, clean it, fold it, put it away. Not nice.
She didn't eat all my food. She ate a lot of it.
Okay, hold on. We got to back up.
Response to those threats. No, she didn't eat all my food. She ate a lot of it. Stuff that I bought for us. Stuff that was intended for us to eat. Stuff I shouldn't have spent money on.
So you're saying that this person who is the helper, that you bought food for the both of you? Were there designated items that were only yours? Did this person know that? Were they made aware that these items are off limits, they're strictly for me, and then you can have these items? Because if they didn't, then maybe they consumed something. and didn't know that it was strictly for you. And now you're admitting that some of the stuff you bought wasn't good for you. And here, that's interesting, Willow, because you have come online begging for money. There's so many video clips of you on YouTube begging for money. I need money for bills. I need money for cat food. I need money for cat litter. I need money to take my cats to the vet. I need money for this. I need money for that. But I love the fact that you're much like Foody Beauty and you're telling on yourself. Right now, in this moment, you are telling on yourself. You are self-confessing that you buy things that you don't need and are not good for you. That basically tells the audience, I've got enough money. I just choose to spend it irresponsibly versus responsibly and take care of my needs.
But that was my choice. I made those choices. I told her to take the leftovers with her.
So what's the feeling that you bought food and she's only supposed to eat the leftovers? What? I'm buying the food, but you can only eat it if I give you leftovers? What is that supposed to mean? Like you make the food and she eats off your plate? Or what you don't want? I mean, I've got questions.
She drank a lot of my Cokes. I went through a case in 2 days.
I don't believe that. I really don't believe that at all. Oh, oops. Excuse me for just a second. Sorry about that. Let's keep going. So Willow is claiming that the helper went through 2 cases of soda in 2 days. I don't know who the helper is. I don't know their name. Don't want to know. But why do I have a feeling that it was Willow who drank all the soda? I have a feeling that it was Willow who drank that soda and trying to pin it on the helper. Absolutely.
I don't go through Cokes that fast.
I'm sorry. I don't believe that. I don't.
I know I drink a lot of Cokes.
Boom. Another self-confession. I drink a lot of Cokes. Maybe it was you that drank the Cokes. Maybe you drank them so fast that you just went to reach down for another one and said, oops, they're all gone. And you forgot that you drank them. And so you're trying to pin it on somebody else.
But I don't go through them that fast. She did not eat all my food. The drama started because I asked her if she smoked while at my house. Not in my house. I said, hey, did you smoke while you were here? Because we found something on my bathroom counter that I didn't know if it belonged to her or someone else. And I was going to return it if it was hers.
What is the implication here? It feels like there's some kind of implication to something. I found something on my bathroom counter. If it were something, say, legal, I would think that she would name it, like, say, a cigarette butt. But there's an implication that it was something that they can't talk about, that they are not directly naming. Like there's an implication of something, maybe against the law.
That was the whole thing that started this fight. I asked her if she wanted to stay a couple extra days. Number one, because she was so damn exhausted that she would have hurt herself driving home. But number two, because I knew I was going to need help with the dogs and need help with myself after my surgery.
So another self-confession right there. So you have somebody that is your aide that lives with you, and you just told us that that poor woman is exhausted. I would imagine so. That taking care of you and 7 cats and 2 dogs is exhausting. Taking care of someone who is lacking in mobility, the bathing, the cleaning, the cooking, getting groceries, running errands, it's an all-day job. Being a caretaker is a serious job, and that goes for anybody, anywhere. It's a full-time occupation. But on top of taking care of Willow, this caretaker, this helper, aide, is not only taking care of Willow and seeing to their needs, but the needs of more than half a dozen pets. The changing of the water bowls, making sure they have fresh water, making sure they have food, changing out multiple litter boxes, because anybody that's ever had a cat knows if you have a cat, there's got to be like 1 litter box per cat. You can't have multiple cats using the same litter box. It won't work. So I don't know how many litter boxes are in the house, but each one of them has to be cleaned. The litter changed. If it's regular litter, you got to change the litter every few days. If it's regular litter, if it's scoop litter, you got to constantly scoop out the waste to keep it clean. If a cat's litter is not clean, there is a chance that they will mess on the floor because they have nowhere else to do it. A cat's instinct is to bury their waste. It's hardwired into them. Cats bury their waste because out in the wild, they bury the waste so that predators don't know that they're around. They make sure that there's no smell to have the predators follow. So this poor woman is exhausted. This poor aide, $10 an hour. Even if Willow paid her $20 an hour, $30 an hour, it still wouldn't be enough. Because not only is she an aide to a human, she's being a pet carer at the same time. She's doing like 2 or 3 different jobs. Errand runner, pet carer, human carer. Doing 3 or 4 different jobs for $10 an hour. Not enough. Definitely not enough.
Plain and simple. And yes, I asked a lot of her while she was here. Because
That seems to be a reoccurring theme with you, Willow. You ask a lot of a lot of people. You ask a lot from anybody and everybody around you. You ask a lot from the people that were your roommates, from your aide, from your family, from the people on TikTok. You go out and spend money on wigs. You buy yourself wigs. And you get stuff from Amazon, despite the fact that you do tarot readings on TikTok. And you have these different businesses set up that really should be generating revenue. And you're living in a house where you're not paying rent, and you're getting disability, and you're on different programs, and you're getting food stamps, and you're going to the food bank. You got all of these organizations and people helping you. Not a single ounce of gratitude for any of it. Not one bit. You just feel entitled. Like you're supposed to get it. Society to just take care of you. It's an obligation. No, it's not. You should take care of yourself. You have very unpleasant energy. Did anybody ever tell you that? You got very unpleasant, icky energy. It just amazes me that someone who needs the kind of help that she does, the responsibilities are put on whoever person it is, asking far too much for so little. She doesn't take that they don't take that in consideration and how they treat them. But it doesn't cross their mind. You know, I'm expecting that person to take care of me and my multiple pets and do errands and bathe me or feed me or run errands. I'm asking a lot of this individual. Maybe I should calm all the way down and relax with my attitude.
Because I needed the help. And
so if you are an individual, you need the help. Be grateful for the help. Because it seems, Willow, that you drive people away. People that want to help you, people that do help you, drive them away. It seems like everybody leaves you after a while. They can't take anymore. And you just don't learn the lesson. To keep people around, you got to be nice to them.
And had I known that all this shit was going to happen, I would have absolutely 100% asked somebody else to stay with me.
And who's going to do that? Who would want to? Anybody out there that want to sign up for a job where you're getting paid $10 an hour and you got to take care of somebody and a half a dozen pets when the individual in question isn't even nice? I can't think of anybody. I can't. It's, what is that old saying? The juice ain't worth the squeeze? Sounds like that orange doesn't have much juice to even make a cup of juice.
Because I certainly would not have thought that somebody that I considered a friend would threaten me for asking for help and for asking a simple question. Plain and simple. But here's your video. And if you continue to threaten me, do know that you will not like the results.
So basically, you're threatening her. You're using your TikTok account to threaten her. Like, I'm warning you, is this individual subscribed to your YouTube channel? If it's a legal matter, if it's a criminal matter, if it's a matter of personal concern, where you feel like you have to get the police involved, then go that route. I don't see the sense in telling everybody on TikTok and involving them when they don't have to be involved.
I'm already looking for a lawyer. I can add you to the list of people that lawyer will be in contact with. I am just telling you right now. You need to worry about yourself, live your life, and I will live mine. I will never speak of you again. Worry not.
And yet she does. Because there's another video I'm going to show you guys. She actually got on TikTok going to court for protective order. She actually streamed that on TikTok. And I got stuff to say about that too. But we'll get to that in a minute.
I am sorry that I ever invited you into my life.
Well, you know what? I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way about you. I'm sure your family, they feel that way about you. Anybody who tried to be a friend feels that way about you. A lot of people on TikTok that subscribe to you feel the same way. People you might have blocked, people you might have gotten mad at because they asked a simple question and you popped off. Again, you're not a pleasant person. No good energy here.
But issue resolved. Stay out of mine.
I'm wondering how many aides and helpers has Willow gone through? Like, I've heard that they have gone through at least 6 roommates. Roommates. How many aides have come and gone from Willow's life? Because they tried to help and they couldn't take the workload or the attitude or both. How many people? So that was the video. Let's see if there's anything interesting in the comments, because sometimes comments they give little seeds of information. Sarah says, begs on the daily, can't even afford DoorDash, but can afford a lawyer. Sure, Jan. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Because lawyers are not cheap. Comes on TikTok and begs for money for all kinds of things, but can afford a lawyer? They don't work for free. So Smith says, what did I miss? When did all this happen? I remember things like this with a caretaker she had, and I think she had someone living with her that ended bad. Seems like she really likes to blame others when the problem is really her. I agree with that. I love when describing blank gate, how she says, yes, I drink a lot of Coke, but not that much in 2 days, but then doesn't. Oh, there's more. Doesn't say how many she actually does drink. Good point. So, Willow, if you had 2 cases of Cokes, you didn't exactly say how many the Aide drank versus you. I would think if you were keeping track of that, you would know exactly how many this person drank and be able to say, I drank 6 and they drank 8. You know, like, give us some numbers. Just struck me as odd. Most people, when trying to defend themselves, would make a point to say how many they do drink in a day to back their story. But she just leaves it as not that much. Sets off my lie detector, hashtag Cokegate. Well, I saw another clip of Willow where they went to the store, and the soda is a thing for Willow. They love the soda. So I don't believe the story of the Aide drank the soda. I don't. If this Aide is responsible for Willow, spending all the time running errands and taking care of the pets and cleaning the house and whatever else, when does the Aide have time to sit down and drink that much soda? You ain't got no time. You can't sit down, even relax. You're busy doing things all day long. I don't believe it. I don't. How do you claim someone is threatening you whilst you're threatening them? Another good point. So you're saying someone is threatening you, and yet you are throwing out a threat. Zero Regret says, wow, remember, this is one side of the story. This is one to stay away from. That's what I said earlier. We're seeing there are 3 parts to a story. One side, the other side, and in the middle. To correctly judge, you got to know all sides. You got to know all perspectives. We're only getting the one side here. This is on the tarot front that when Willow does their tarot, Babby says, I find it funny that this one claims her which ways while constantly watching repeats of Buffy and Supernatural on TV and trying to get people to pay for her tarot readings. A major aspect of ability to read the decks is not having to use a little instruction booklet that comes with most common card sets. The thing is, though, like, I want to give my thoughts on that. If you are someone and you're just starting out, there is no shame or embarrassment in reading off that booklet to learn. There's no shame in learning. We all got to start somewhere. You pick up a deck, you're not going to automatically know what all the cards mean. So learning is important. And I don't know where Willow is with their learning. Like, how long Willow has been doing tarot readings. Has it been a year? Has it been a month? All I know is that they are on TikTok doing tarot readings. But yes, I did notice that they were using the booklet a lot. So if you're someone and you are doing tarot readings for people, and you want to tap into spirit, you want to just open up that channel of reading intuitively, it would be wise to learn as much as you can about the cards. And that way, as soon as you set them down, you know what they mean and what they could potentially mean, versus stopping to read a booklet or taking a guess. I've seen her, she draws cards and immediately just reads what the card's supposed to mean. Yeah, I find that very sus as well. Those that are on my channel, you guys see, when I do tarot readings, I don't automatically read the cards. Like I pause a lot because sometimes spirit is coming through to me and I'm like, hold on. It's like taking dictation. It takes a minute for the message to sometimes get you. Sometimes it's immediate, but you're waiting to hear the full dictation. It's people like this that give those of us who have been reading seriously more esoteric decks since 13 a really crappy image of what reading the cards mean. Yeah, I give individuals like Willow can give the tarot readers, the ones who are real and sincere, a bad name. And I feel sorry for anyone. If you've gone to a psychic or a medium or a tarot reader and they were absolute crap, they were scammy, they gave you a bad reading, they left you with a bad taste in your mouth, you walked away feeling you got scammed, almost sensing you got scammed, it can put you off from going to another tarot reader who might be real with it. Unfortunately, there are bad apples in the barrel, and there's a lot of them. And the good apples can sometimes be hidden, but they are out there. So the best advice I can give to anybody going to a tarot reader is please do your research. Please do your homework. Research that person thoroughly before you put your money on the table. Like really, like feel them out. And if something don't feel right, don't do the reading with them. Trust your gut. Let's see. Okay, so that's it for this video. Let me go ahead and get out of here. And let's move on to another video. And this one is Asweetmadness takes Emily, the former employee, to court for the protective order. I guess this is the same. Willow is talking about the same Aide, because she did talk about going to a protective order. So this is like, I guess, like a part 2 type of situation. So for context, Willow is not doing the TikTok outside the courtroom, outside the court hall. Decided to do the TikTok inside the building, which I find highly disrespectful. To do a TikTok inside of a building like that. Why? Because there are other people coming in and you don't know their story. You don't know their situation. What if Willow goes to court, goes in the building, they have got TikTok running live. What if somebody passes by and they're a DV victim? And they show that person on camera. I know this is a kind of a hypothetical situation, but you just don't know what's going on with other people when they're going to court. There's a lot of people that go to court, they don't want to be on the internet. They don't want to be on somebody's live. Showing them on the live is very disrespectful. But so she's using the courthouse and the court hall as a stage, and it's not a stage. It's a place for legal matters. But that's what she decided to do. So let's get into it and let's show her going to court to take Emily to court for the supposed protective order. And I do find it funny. I find it very funny. The video we just watched, she said, I'm taking this person to court for a protective order. but I did not hear any examples of how Willow's life was in danger. There was a situation with something in the bathroom, and Willow was very upset over it, and Coke's allegedly being drank that should not have been drank by the aide. But I did not hear any instance of Willow feeling in danger for her life. The blow up happened, and Willow just said in that video, I knew she was tired. I knew she was exhausted. So I invited her to stay for a couple of extra days because I needed help. So by doing that, Willow, you're saying that you felt safe enough around this individual to let them stay. You did not say to this person, you have to go now. You kept them around for selfish reasons. You were thinking about yourself and thinking to yourself, I don't like them. They've made me angry, but I need their help. So I'm going to partake of that help. And then later on, take them to court. I think that's a bunch of crap. Absolute bunch of crap. Okay, let me just get where I need to be. And let's watch.
Well, maybe. Oh, it rolled all the way over there.
And keep in mind that Willow is a very loud person, loud voice. So imagine being someone that's not Willow. You're going to court for something, and going to court is stressful for a lot of people. You're walking into the court hall or the courthouse, and there's this individual on TikTok being loud. Very, very loud.
I got the phone. You can't get your phone? I got it. You like her? I do. 30 minutes. Oh, yep. 30 minutes. Sorry, guys. I had to go chase down lipstick on my phone. There it is. They never make just the right color. I have to put 5 different colors on to get the one I want. Yeah. Everybody's still at lunch.
Like Willow isn't even in a corner where you only see a wall behind them. Clearly, you guys can see there are people walking behind Willow, men and women. Each one of those people has a story, has a reason for being there. They don't need to be exposed on a TikTok without their consent.
Me and this very awesome lady are the only two here right now. I do not feel safe around that person, so if they show up, I'm going to go hide.
But yet you felt safe enough that you were offering that person to stay at the house for an extra couple of days because you needed help. You didn't automatically call the police and get them out and evict them. You were saying, I don't like you and I'm going to take you to court, but I need your help with the pets and my care. So how in danger were you?
I am facing them in court. I don't have to face them in the hall.
I mean, maybe I'm missing a few things here. I just don't see the sense in a protective order if it's just a matter of telling the person you have to leave the house. Like I feel like I'm missing some things, but I don't know if I am. I've gone all over YouTube looking for more information. Like I just don't get the sense that Willow was in fear of their life. Like I'm not sensing any fear here. Like I'm really afraid for my life and I don't know what else to do. This kind of feels like something happened. There was some disagreements or a disagreement about something. And perhaps Willow just wanted the person to move out. And this was a very vindictive way to get back at them. You know what? Let's stop for a minute and go into the comments because, like I said, there's information in the comments sometimes because I'm still learning about Willow. Okay, looking. I Smith says, does it seem off to anyone else that people walk in? She knows where all the courtrooms are and directing them. Just seems odd to me, like she's been to the courthouse a lot. Question is, what for? Yeah. Like if you've never been to court before, you're wandering around saying, where do I need to go? But if Willow is completely comfortable and knows where everything is, you got to wonder why. Like, are you that familiar with the court system? Okay, so there's not much context in the comments. Let's keep going.
Please don't tell me how to handle my situation. I'm doing what I need to do for my mental health. She told me to come in the law library if there is a problem. Oh, I am so sorry, Steve. Sorry, Steve.
No worries.
And I don't know who this gentleman is on the stream. Maybe a viewer. I'm not sure, but it's unclear.
Just turn up my volume.
This is why I like Unique's lipstick. Okay, see? 2 pieces. Watch.
You know what, Willow? I know that fashion is by personal preference and makeup as well. I'm not sure why you need all that lipstick.
Y'all watching?
Watching.
It snaps in place.
It's magnet.
And you're telling on yourself again, Willow. You are. You're telling on yourself. Hold on a minute. Let me look it up. I'm looking something up. Please just give me a moment. Please indulge me. I'm curious about something. Oh, okay. So she mentioned the brand of the lipstick. I'm looking it up now. Is it Unique? Let me just show you guys what's going on here. Because, you know, I like the context. We like to add context here. We like to add little pieces that make a lot of sense. She said it was Unique. I just did like a 2-second search. And no shade on this brand. I'm sure they're fine. But I was just curious about how much the makeup cost from Unique. It didn't strike me as a drugstore brand. It struck me as something kind of expensive. So just out of curiosity, this is Unique's website. She's using the lipstick, $28 for a tube of lipstick. $28 for lipstick. Oh, and here's another one for $44. So you mean to tell me, Willow, that you don't have money for cat litter or cat food? You don't have money to take your cats to the vet. You're over there crying about your bills, yet you've got money to buy new wigs and lipstick? Really? I love how the cows tell on themselves. I really do. They cry poor, but then they show things to show that they've got money in pocket. They're just looking for everybody else's money. You know, I don't want to spend my money. I want to spend everybody else's money and then save my money for the things that I want. So I'm going to go on TikTok and beg like I'm in dire straits, and I'm going to use my pets as a selling point to get that money. Use them as a tool to yank it out of people. Disgusting. But we're going to go back to the video. We're going to go back to it. Give my thoughts. Okay, let's go.
Magnetic.
So it doesn't, so I don't lose the lid. We're going to try something here.
I mean, I can appreciate the fact that they want to wear makeup and make themselves pretty. But if you are someone and you're having money issues, you know, you got to put stuff as priorities versus others. Cat food, cat litter, cat care, pet care takes priority over expensive makeup. And I do think it's rude that Willow is ignoring people online because she's just taken too much time for that lipstick.
The protective order lists 130. Well, that's definitely one way to do it. Nope, it's against an employee, former employee. And former friend.
It's funny how you use the word friend. Were they friends or just people that you put around yourself to serve your purpose? And once they don't serve your purpose anymore, or they call you on your nonsense, they're not friends any longer. Because the last time I checked, if you have a true friend, they'll tell you the truth and they will call you out on your nonsense. And if you care about that person, you take the criticism, you take that different perspective and you go, thank you for telling me. Real friends tell each other the truth. If you're acting badly, they will say so. But it seems like she goes through a lot of friends, doesn't she? I mean, they go through a lot of friends.
That's as good as that gets. Okay.
And this is just my opinion. I think doing a TikTok instead of a courthouse is just, it's bad taste. It's disrespectful to everybody else around you. Why not go outside and do it? Just step outside the door somewhere.
Do they require masks in the courtroom? Okay.
And I just clocked the earbuds that Willow is wearing. I don't know how much they cost. They could be cheap. They could be expensive. But if they're the expensive kind, that's more money that didn't have to be spent. That could have been spent on other things.
I brought it just in case, but sorry guys.
Kim wants to know if you sell unique products.
I do. My link is on my link tree. I'm trying to get to 400 this month. So if you get your order in before July 1st, you'll be entered to win a medium to large size crystal from Country Crystals and Rocks on Facebook.
Okay, that confused me. So Willow is telling this gentleman that if he buys makeup, he gets a free crystal. How are those two related? A place that normally sells crystals sells crystals. They don't sell makeup too. Like, is it stuff that they might be selling on their own at home? And that's how the two can be included together?
You didn't offend me. If you offend me, I will let you know.
Thank you, Jesse. Right, let me click.
Oh, shit. I'd lose my head if it weren't attached.
One moment. Sorry about that. That was just a phone call. Let's keep going.
I got it. Sorry, I dropped my drink. Thank you. We're trying to get a VPO. I'm not guaranteed anything.
You know, I'm a bit confused. Absolutely confused. If you're someone you're going to court for something, wouldn't it be a better idea to wait until after the court hearing is done and then come on TikTok if you feel like you need to and talk about what happened? Why do it before the hearing? Why do it inside the building?
I'm going to hide over here. Hi, Angel. Hold on, guys. I got to set you down for a minute. Or, spin you around.
I will be right back.
I will be right here. But I don't have to see them until I go into the courtroom. Which courtroom are you looking for? For which one? I think it's that one. And to the right. Maybe. I like your shirt. Hey, Connor. It is beautiful. And thank you.
I wonder if she's using the court hall or the courthouse as a backdrop for just extra drama and extra interest. It kind of feels like that.
Okay. You guys are going to stare at the wall for a minute. Ah, that's better. Thank you, Mandy.
I mean, this hearing, this case is going to take place. There's really not much to talk about right now. There'd be more to talk about after the case is over.
That is the theory. I do not know. I'm sorry. I keep confusing people because they think I'm talking to them.
Well, it is kind of weird to go on live on TikTok inside of a courthouse. I think that would be a first, an absolute first. And like I said, I feel it's disrespectful. People coming in, they're feeling kind of serious. They've got their court cases, and here's somebody live on TikTok.
1:30. Thank you. If you look closely, I had some drop off right here, and I didn't realize it until I was already in the bus on the way here. So this eye looks like I have a black eye. Thank you. What court are you all looking for? 202? I think that's that one.
Yeah, it's right up there.
For the VPOs and stuff? Yeah.
I got find the seats today. I got bad knees.
Oh, I'm right there with you. I just bring mine with me. God, the echo is insane. Victims Protective Order, GD. And then here's this one.
It's really weird that she's going to court for a victim's protective order, not really saying why that they need a victim's protective order. At the same time, being in a courthouse, showing everybody in that space, swinging the camera around, not being respectful of other people and what they might be there for as well. The people in the background, they might be victims of something.
It is. I like your tie. Very purple. Thank you. It is.
I'm sorry I'm scooting around a lot, but she's not really saying much. And I'm still wondering, what was the purpose of her going live on TikTok? There's nothing more to talk about. Are they doing a live just to get some attention? Just sitting there and not even talking to the people in the audience.
Thank you, Emily. I'm going to sneak a french fry. They're cold, but I don't care. I need something on my stomach, and that sandwich isn't going to happen.
Okay, she's eating. They are eating. Moving on.
And then over the top of that, I put the this one by Unique. It's called Strut. It's one of the lip inks.
So it would seem that Willow has an entire makeup set from Unique. And you guys saw the page. I pulled it up, the prices of the makeup. Expensive. Very expensive for someone who's begging on TikTok.
That's supposed to non-trend.
Like $20, $30 per product. And you got to figure in that when you do your makeup, there are several products involved. There's the foundation, there's the powder, there's the mascara, there's the eyeshadow, there's the blush, there's the eyebrow pencil, there's the lipstick. There's at least 7, 8 products involved most times. So you can, if you're buying expensive products like that, You can easily spend over $100 just on makeup, but yet no money to feed the cats.
Transfer, but because I use it with different colors, it doesn't really work as well.
Thank you, Gigi.
And then I used a little bit of this one, which is tiny, striking, and it's the Unique Splash liquid lipstick. And then I use
So are you at the courthouse and focusing on the court case that you have ongoing? Or is this a makeup tutorial or you trying to sell makeup at the same time you're doing this live, Willow? Trying to do a little bit of everything. You're doing too much.
used a little bit of this one, which is Minted, and it's the matte lipstick, and then a gloss. It's the only way I can get a color I actually like. I can't go into details because I don't want to damage the case. Thank you, Paisley.
So why not do the TikTok after the case is over? Why do it now?
And thank you, Jamie.
Okay, like it looks like this live is a bit boring. There's really nothing to report. This react is at 1 hour and 33 minutes. And I think the two of those segments together is enough for this react video. And I'll just save the rest for later. And I'll expose you guys to more of Willow Shirley's sparkling personality. So I hope you guys enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.